Many times I have clients bring boxes and bags of medical records to my office that they want to submit for their Social Security disability claim. And often those medical records are simply not relevant because they're outdated. Social Security, when they look at your Social Security disability claim, is most interested in the medical records that pertain to your any time after your date last worked or your alleged onset date to the present. So therefore, if you applied for disability a year ago and you're applying based on some severe impairments that began and stopped you from working 2 years ago, then Social Security wants the last 2 years of records. However, in a case where you only recently stopped working full-time due to your disability, even though you may have had that disability for many years, if you were able to work a job through it, Social Security really isn't interested in seeing those records. They only want the records that post-date your date last worked or your alleged onset date. Now, in terms of what kind of records I get when I build a Social Security case, I'm most interested in any medical records, of course, including surgery records, inpatient hospitalization, outpatient ER visits, visits with your primary care physician or any specialists. I'm also interested, if you have a back disorder, for example, in any chiropractic records, any physical therapy records, any prescriptions for things like TENS units or special braces that you may need from the pharmacy for your neck or your back. Also, in mental impairment cases, it's very important that the person alleging, say, depression or anxiety has ongoing regular counseling records. And if they don't have psychological or psychiatric counseling records on file yet, I'll urge them to start seeing a counselor, not only because it's going to help them and they're in need of professional services, but it will also document the severity of their mental condition. And finally, there are many cases where I submit school records. For example, if a person has a learning disability or an organic brain disorder, sometimes IQ tests that were done when a child was in school can be very important. And I will occasionally also ask for third-party statements from family members, spouses, which document in writing the effect that your disability has had on your activities of daily living. And finally, it's very important for me to get a medical source statement from a treating source in the form of a medical questionnaire which opines that you are no longer able to work due to the severity of your disability.